Hey everyone, so a few years ago now I posted a video called How to Healthily Use a Smartphone in 2021. And a lot of things have happened since then, so I just kind of wanted to share my experience and my new learnings since then. And today I've actually found a working system with the iPhone on how to use it productively without getting drawn in to social media and so on. So the original point that I made in the first video was that I tried to kind of use a dumb phone like a Nokia or some old button phone because I was so tired of getting my productivity stolen from me and feeling bad from using social media. But the problem I ran into then was that there's no camera on a Nokia, and so you have no photos in your life, which sucks. And then there was no maps also, and it turns out you really need Google Maps. The genie is out of the bottle at this point, so we all kind of need our smartphones to even function. And so I mentioned in that video a documentary called The Social Dilemma. So what the documentary actually means by the name Social Dilemma is rather profound. The definition of a dilemma is a choice between two equally unappealing and bad options. And what the documentary means is that either you use these social media apps to connect with your friends, but then you get distracted and you lose your productivity and you get unhappy and so on. Or the other option, you completely ditch the social media and the smartphone, and then you kind of lose contact with your friends. So it's neither one is really good. And so now a few years later after this, it actually, one of my friends recommended me a solution which has worked. And I really thought I should share that. So it's based on using an iPhone and the screen time settings. And in the screen time settings, you can set a screen time password. Now, the problem before when I used that was that you could just type in the password yourself when you wanted more time. And so it didn't really work because it was still based on your self-discipline. But what has happened now is that I figured out that you can give this password to like your spouse or a best friend or something, and then they can kind of keep you in balance, because we really can't depend on our own self-discipline. I've tried this so many times, and I'm a pretty disciplined person, but it's still like at some point you're gonna have a weekday, and then you just end up completely wasting a lot of time, like get 6 hours of screen time or more. Like kind of in an automatic mode. So anyways, I'll show you how to do this. You go into the screen time settings on the iPhone, and then you can set a limit for like say Snapchat for 1 minute per day. I have as an example, or I have like 3 minutes on Instagram, maybe 2 minutes on TikTok, and that means I can still interact with my friends, but I don't go into this slippery slope where just because I have it on my phone, I end up using like way more time than I intend to. So it's a really good middle way. So it's not too extreme on either way, and it's actually really worked really well. And I'm really shocked but happy about this. And another setting that you can actually find in there is that you can block certain apps for certain hours. So for example, on the weekends I like to write, and I like to do that in the mornings. And if I have my phone, I could get distracted. So what I do is that I block social media apps in the morning hours, like from 9 to 12, just as an example, whatever works for you. And that has also worked really nicely. So I can recommend that as well. Anyways, this got a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I wish you good luck with this, and hopefully you can enjoy this balance too. Two quick things that I forgot to say. I highly recommend that you block your browsers too, so like Chrome and Safari. And second of all, I recommend that you, if you're unsure where to start, that you start with a bit less time, and that you like 2 minutes, for example, or 1 minute if you think that you need 5, because there is a setting that you can always ask for another minute to finish the task so that you don't get interrupted. So try that.